Okay, so today we have Morrissey and Certain People I Know. So this has been requested a few times, and honestly, I thought I did a reaction to it. The title seems familiar, but apparently I never have. So finally today, we're going to get into this, watch the video as well, and there is a video, so that's nice to see, and talk about it after. So let's get into it. 3 minutes, 9 seconds, and let's just go.
I take the cue from certain people I know. I use the cue and then I hand it on to you. And when I swing it, so it catches his eye. Weren't you there? You'd have died. I trust the views of certain people I know. They look at danger and they laugh their heads off. Their clothes are imitation. George the 23rd. Don't you find this absurd? I'd hate to be like certain people I know. They break their necks and can't afford to get them fixed. They'd sacrifice all their principles for anything casual. I do believe it's terrible. Oh,
Fact. Okay. Morrissey, Certain People I Know. So like I said, coming into this, I thought I did something, I thought I did this track or something, but no, I haven't. This was just, like I've said before, Morrissey, dabbled into the, rockabilly style. I know that he's always had, he likes that, and, I, as somebody who likes rockabilly as well, that kind of country flair, and again, I don't like much modern country today, whatever, but I always like, country from, I got back in the days, I guess you would say. But anyway, and I just love that flavor here. I love how right off the bat, I think I said, oh, that's a little bit of country right off the bat, and I just really enjoyed it. The galloping beat is what comes to my head, that word galloping. And, yeah, it's a very, I also have to say about the video, Morrissey looks very comfortable. He seems a little flirty as well. And obviously just with the jeans and the coat, no shirt or anything. The coat just kind of buttoned up a little bit, and just walking around the beach, no shoes either. And obviously as well, the other band members are there too. I think I saw Boz and Spencer, I think, was in there too. Spencer looked a little ripped there. My goodness. Anyway, just really enjoyed that. And Morrissey, again, just looking at the camera, like I said, just nonchalantly looking like he's having a good time. The beach, obviously, beautiful scenery and all this stuff, and, it looks like he threw food or something. I got the birds there once. Again, this might be my favorite Morrissey video just because of, it's so laid back, and I just love the little style of it. Him with the tambourine just kind of swaying around on the beach. It's so, he just seems so cool and collected, whatever, and calm. So anyway, and again, I just liked how they all had just jeans on and no shirt. Just, I don't know, it just looked, like I said, just having a good time, making a little video. And I also, what came to mind, of course, this being from 1992, I think it was from Your Arsenal, and, obviously, even today, obviously, as well, but back then, with Morrissey, I was just like, can you imagine the amount of people, men, women, whatever, who would want to be on a beach with Morrissey, frolic on a beach with Morrissey at that time? My goodness gracious. But anyway, that came to my head. But I also, just to go right at the top, I just wanted to talk about one lyric thing, because again, I just loved how the video worked so well with the song, because I liked what he said. I'd hate to be like certain people I know, and he kind of took a glance at the camera and kind of looked like, saying I'm looking at you, I'm looking at me, and I just thought that was funny, and I think I laughed. I just like, those little things there that just, make a little difference and just kind of make me chuckle, and Morrissey does that very well a lot of the time. So anyway, is there anything else? Obviously, I want to talk about the main guitar riff here. Like I said, was just so, I guess that's where the country influence really came from. And what honestly, because we'll get to, because I know, searching this up and seeing people talk about how, I guess, Morrissey kind of sampled another song for this. But honestly, what comes to my head, right, how the song just starts off with that galloping kind of guitar riff, that's just so, it's constant. And what came to my head was Jim Croce's Don't Mess Around with Jim. And it doesn't sound anything alike, I don't think, but maybe it's just because of the country, just how, it starts off, and it's just that continuous, just, I want to say galloping again, whatever, but that continuous sound, country kind of sound, and, again, maybe that's just why it came to my head. But anyway, like I was saying, with this song here, people talk about, searching this up, and how he says right off the bat, I take the cue from certain people I know. And then it goes on, I use the cue, and then I hand it on to you, and when I swing it so it catches his eye, weren't you there, you'd have died. So it says, cue is kind of, I take the cue, but then he talks about kind of like I use the cue, kind of like a cue, for a pool game, whatever, and then talks about I swing it, and then he uses the cue as a weapon. So I like how there's double meaning here for the word cue. But anyway, on Genius.com here, there's an annotation I just want to talk about, because again, it says a clever line given the musical context. The song's central guitar hook blatantly steals from T-Rex's Ride a White Swan. It also goes on, critics snarked about the musical plagiarism, but failed to note that Morrissey starts the song acknowledging he's taken from someone else. And I have heard Ride a White Swan by T-Rex. And I guess you could say, I guess that many have said, it sounds like it. A little bit of a different arrangement, I guess you would say. But what comes to my head as well, as somebody whose favorite, two favorite bands are like Oasis and The Doors. Oasis has they pretty much stole for everybody. My God. And Noel Gallagher has talked about it a lot. He does not give a shit. And even The Doors, I remember Ray Manzarek talking about how they would steal from anyone. And that's just what I think everybody did. A lot of people have done. So I just can't be a guy who just says, he stole from he stole and it's bad or whatever. And even he's saying, I took the cue and he doesn't care. And T-Rex, I know that a lot of, I think T-Rex was one of Morrissey's favorite bands, I want to say, growing up or something. I'm pretty sure I heard him say that before. They love T-Rex. But anyway, and Mark Bolan, of course. But anyway, so I just like right off the bat how he talks about, I take from certain people I know. He starts off the song like that, like, I know what I'm doing here. So anyway, and then again, I use the cue and then hand it on to you, and when I swing, it catches his eye. Weren't you there, you'd have died. And like I said, it seems like there's some, a little bit, it's a little flirty here. Morrissey, even in the lyrics, when I swing it, it catches his eye. And I don't know if he's talking about, he hit somebody in the eye, or, he caught someone's eye, because that comes to mind as well. Anyway, I trust the views of certain people I know. They look at danger and they laugh their heads off, so there it is again. And I wish I could be like somebody like that, my God. But again, I'm a little bit scared. But their clothes are imitation of George the 23rd. Don't you find this absurd? And I like how he's kind of talking to the listener, it seems like, where, he's asking, there's these questions at the end. Don't you find this absurd? I'd hate to be like certain people I know. Love the second verse. They break their necks and can't afford to get them fixed. So what honestly just came to my head was just like, Morrissey looking at the camera as well. they break their necks and can't afford to get them fixed. It's just like because we're maybe what came to my head was because we're not as rich as Morrissey was at this point. I don't know. But anyway, they sacrifice all their principles for anything cashable. I do believe it's terrible. Oh, whoa, when it goes on. But obviously here, it seems like the whole theme of the song is like materialistic people, people who follow the trends. People, I mean, the last bit there really explains that. You know, they sacrifice anything they stood for. They just throw it away just for anything cashable. You know, and he says, "I do believe it's terrible." You know, they're not being themselves. It's just like they don't have someone. They don't know who they are. You know, really, they're trying to be somebody else, and yeah, and they break their necks really again for anything cashable, and it is terrible. I'd have to agree. You know, people who don't have any substance at all. They don't care. They're just they want to be on to the next trend. I mean, my God. So yeah, I just really enjoyed that, and obviously it's something that Morrissey has talked about before. So you know, he's in his realm here. He's on his shit. And, you know, just for the musicians on the track here, and again, it's the usual suspects for 1992. Morrissey voice, I like how it just says that. But anyway, Alan White on guitar, Boss on guitar as well, Gary Day on bass guitar, and Spencer Coburn on drums. And anytime, like I said, I think I saw Spencer in the video there, and I don't know what it is about Spencer, but I've always enjoyed his sound, and I've always enjoyed his work, and anytime I see his face in a video, I guess, it just makes me happy as well. I know Morrissey, obviously Morrissey, seeing his face here makes me happy too. But yeah, Spencer, I just like him as well. He's just a gem. But anyway, is there anything else I really need to go over here? I mean, again, it's kind of succinct and to the point. And Morrissey, I mean, he's really, and again, for such kind of an upbeat sound and stuff, he's really kind of giving it to some people here. People, like I said, that are kind of, materialistic. And again, I like his little glances to the camera being like, is this you? Are you the person I'm talking about? Well, maybe you are. So yeah, I just like that feel, and Morrissey just kind of being a little bit cheeky. And again, a little bit flirty here as well with some of the lyrics. And yeah, so anyway, I really enjoyed the track. But I do see, because people talk about the B-sides for this, of course, which I hold the phone here, which were Jack the Ripper, which I have done, and You've Had Her. I don't know if I've done You've Had Her, but I remember Jack the Ripper, which is a good song as well. And I just see, I've seen comments and stuff. I see a couple of people talk about how this song wasn't as strong as the B-sides, really. And actually, I do see here on Wikipedia, it says Ned Reggett, I guess, of All Music. He called this lead track a bit of an odd choice for a single, but added that the B-sides are among Morrissey's best. So again, I've seen that sentiment, a few times, just, doing some research, looking at the song here, and how, yeah, the single wasn't as good, I guess, as the B-sides. But for me, again, I just love the galloping sound, even if he took from T-Rex. And again, I just love that he says, yeah, I took it from him, and I mean, I don't really care what you think. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to put that in there as well. I guess maybe you can say what you think as well, if you think this is a good song. Because again, I just really enjoyed the video, so I kind of, yeah, so I guess I like the song as well. And again, I just love Morrissey being, cheeky. So anyway, I guess that's all I gotta say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. I feel like it was all over the place here in this video, but we're gonna go with it. So anyway, like I said, thanks for everything, and thanks for coming back for another Morrissey Friday. I always enjoy it. And again, seeing a Morrissey video here was very nice. And again, in 1992, he was looking good as well, and so was the rest of the band. So anyway, finally gonna go now and end this. So thanks for everything again, and I'll see you guys again soon.